Hi, this is Pete with Chopper Design. Today we'd like to talk to you about LegUp landing gear and have an instructional video for you to teach you some of the tricks to get good at this right away as soon as you get your LegUp landing gear. We're going to start by trying to show you what LegUp landing gear is and what it isn't. Here you see it in action. LegUp landing gear is a helper. It's not a trike. Let's not be confused. It'll help you balance your bike. Here you go. You'll see it come down. Feet near the ground. Beautiful. It will help you balance your motorcycle. I want to repeat that. It'll help you balance your motorcycle. It will not hold the bike up at all cost. Okay? You are responsible. Nobody else. You are responsible to balance your bike. You've been doing it all these years. We're here to help you with that. Can you drop the bike? Yes, you can. Is it harder to drop the bike? Of course it is. Can we help you keep it upright? That's why you bought the system. One thing I'm going to tell you now, I'll tell you throughout the whole show. You must deploy the legs. You have to press a button every time you want them down. If you don't press the button, they will not come down. There are two different ways they come down. Right away if you're under 6 miles an hour, or over 6 miles an hour, you press the button, we'll blink the bottom yellow light, and they'll come down when you slow down. We'll talk about that later. Here I start the bike, turn the system on with a right button press of 3 seconds. The light comes on. You see it's on, it's red. That means the legs are already down. Okay, if I press the button with them down, see it's holding the bike up real steady. I press the button now, it lets the legs up. Green light means it's up. Yellow light means you're going slow. The yellow light's only on when you have the legs up. Here I am wiggling the bike, show you that, and then I'm going to bring the legs down, press the button again. Again, when you're learning, we're going to do this almost exclusively manually till you get used to it. You can see in the top right, it's better look at the switch. The blinking light means it's still filling. Once it's full, it stops blinking. All right, I'm going to let it down onto the kickstand. I want to show you a technique. Sometimes it's hard to get off the kickstand. If you press the button and wait 3 seconds, here I am pushing the bike up with my thigh, which I could never do without the leg up. It helps you get it off the kickstand, which sometimes it's heavy to get off the kickstand. Same thing. Once again, boom. Up off the kickstand with a lot less fuss. Okay, now I'm going to show you a situation that you likely run into. This is what happened to me with my big bike when I just got it. You make a stop, this is without the legs down. Oh, it starts going to the left. Good, if you get it there and you're holding it up with all your might, you press that button, it'll help you pick it up. It will not pick it up for you, but it'll certainly help you pick it up. Okay? Now, everybody asks, what if I'm on a slanty ground? Well, I'm in Florida. I got to leave the state to get a slanty ground. But here I'm going to lean the bike over about 20 degrees, best I can. You can't tell from the picture. And then I'm going to bring it down. The left leg is on the ground, filling up with air. The right leg is off the ground. And now the bike is almost being held up by itself, leaning on just the left leg. And now you'll see I'll tilt it back up and it'll hold the bike in place. Okay? Anyway, now I'm going to just pull it back into its little spot. I want to show you when you park the bike, you should put it on its kickstand and turn the handlebar to the left in case there's a leak overnight. We don't suggest you park the bike on its legs in public, but I keep my bike on its legs all the time. And here I'll show you the kickstand's down. The left leg's down. If the right leg loses air, it'll land. It'll stay the way it is. If the left leg loses air, it'll fall on the kickstand. Okay, let's talk about how the system actually works. We already showed you that you start your bike typically, press and hold the right button to turn it on. As soon as a light shows up, the system's on. Once the system's on, if the legs are down and you drive and get over 6 miles an hour, the legs will automatically come up. Do we recommend that? Especially when learning? Not at all. If the legs are down, anytime you press the left button, which is the only button we'll use here forward once the system's turned on, the legs will come up immediately. Okay? We said at the outset that in order for the legs to come down, you have to deploy them yourself every time. If the legs are up and you're riding along and you want the legs to come down at the next light, if you press the button over 6 miles an hour, when you get down to 6 miles an hour, the legs will come down. If you wait, as we recommend for someone who's learning, until you're at 1 or 2 miles an hour, something under 6 miles an hour, they'll come down instantly. And you see how fast they come down. We've shown you that already. Okay? But unlike every person who's ever read the book, there is no automatic down. I can't put it in automatic mode. I've had that conversation with 100 people, more than 100 people. You can't put it in automatic mode. You have to press the button. You press it over 6 miles an hour, it comes down when we reach 6 miles an hour. You press it under 6 miles an hour, it comes down immediately. If you drive off with the legs down, 6 miles an hour, they'll come up. If the legs are down and you press the button, they'll come up immediately, no matter when it is. Okay, so we're going to show you a video. We're going to show the leg and how they move and the handlebar switch, so you could get an idea how all this works. Okay, watch the following. Okay, so like we did before, we're going to start the bike before we turn the system on. My old 98 bagger. And then you see I'm pressing the right hand button. The right button is the only time you need it is to turn it on. You press it till the light comes on, and there it is. And here we go. We're backing the bike up. It's super easy. You see the red light means the legs are down. So I'm backing up. It takes no strength to balance the bike. And now we're going to give you the split shot. You can see my feet are near the ground. I'm going around inside the shop right now. Okay, again, the red light's down. Going around the corner, getting ready to leave the shop. We're just going to go once around the building quick and show you different things. Here we go. Feet are up. I press the button. The wheels come up right away. Okay, that's the way you want to do it when you're learning. And I'm about to stop. Press the button. They come down immediately. I didn't let them come down semi-automatically. As soon as we start, up they come. Press the button again. Always the left button. They won't come down if you don't press the left button. And here we go. We're about to stop. Press the button just before we do. Feet near the ground. Stop smoothly. Okay. I think this one we're going to take it off and let the legs come up automatically. See that I got to 6 miles an hour. They came up. That's great. You're not going to do that for the first couple of weeks. You want to get used to it. Again, almost stopped. Press the button. Down they come. See it blinking red and green tells you that it's filling up. There we go. Leaving. Second we leave, press the button. Up they come. And here we go. Automatic down. Slow, slow, slow. Boom. You see the yellow light blinking? If you're over 6 miles an hour and you're coming to a stop, after pressing the button, the yellow light will blink to tell you that you've taken the safety off and it's going to come down. Here we go. Press the button immediately. Down they come. As soon as we started, up they come. That's the way you want to learn, because it's very weird to have 4 wheels on the bottom, on the bottom of your bike. 4 wheels. So one more time. Press the button. Down. Come to a stop. Up we come. We'll let them come up automatically. Again, some of these are advanced techniques, but I hope this showed you a little bit about it. Okay, let's take a minute and go over a few things, get you as familiar as I possibly can. Start your bike. Right button, you hold it for 3 seconds, it turns the system on. Once you got the system on, a light will light. You don't have to touch that right button again. You never have to turn the system off. When you turn your bike off, it gets turned off with the bike. Okay? Right button, get it started. If the legs are up, we always have to press the button to bring the legs down. Okay? We suggest, and I can't say this strongly enough, during your learning period, at the beginning, we want to ride with the wheels down the least amount we can do. Okay, the least amount. So that means bring the legs down as late as you can and bring them up as early as you can. In order to bring the legs down, we press the button. If we're riding along and we're over 6 miles an hour, Again, this is for once you've learned. You press the button, the yellow light will blink. We suggest that you don't do that at 50 miles an hour and let it blink for half an hour on the highway. We suggest when you start downshifting, you're maybe 20 miles an hour, if indeed you're going to let them come down semi-automatically. Press the button, 15, 20 miles an hour. When you slow to 6 miles an hour, they'll come down. We suggest put your feet near the ground. 4 wheels on the back of the extra 2 wheels on the back of the bike is odd as can be until you're used to it. You have your feet near the ground. If anything untoward happens or you stop too fast before it's full of air, your feet are there to catch you. You put your toe down, whatever it takes. Okay, so typically we suggest at the beginning that you will get down to 1, 2, 3 miles an hour and press the button. Same thing, feet near the ground. The yellow light will be on when you get that slow. You press the button, they'll come down right away, very fast. Again, if you need to touch a toe to get it balanced, that's fine. Okay? Now they're down. You're about to leave. You cannot turn. I'll tell you this. We didn't mention this before. You cannot really turn, like at an intersection, right turn or left turn, with the legs down. It's just inappropriate. You just don't want to do that. So if your first maneuver is a turn, make sure you bring the legs up before you move. Just right as you move. Some people pick them up before they leave. Anything that makes you happy. Ride the least you can with the wheels down. So if you're going to pull away from a stop, as soon as you're comfortable, press the button. If you want to let the wheels come up automatically at 6 miles an hour, once you're comfortable with it, I suggest strongly that you keep your thumb right near that button. You let the clutch out, you press the button if anything odd happens. The bike steers like a trike when the legs are down, and that's why it's so odd. So if you go to try to take off and let them come up automatically, and the bike starts going to the right, leaning to the left is not going to do a thing. You have to steer with your hands or press the button, get the legs up, and drive the bike like you always have. Okay, now the legs are up. Again, during learning, we suggest that you press that button as soon after you move to make it easier. Can you park your bike with the legs down? Absolutely. At home, in the garage, no question about it. Kickstand down, handlebars to the left. This way, if there's any air leaks, which you cannot see, the worst that'll happen is the bike will wind up on its kickstand. Okay? In public, we don't suggest that only because someone's likely to come over the bike and say, look at that thing, it's standing up. Press, grab the handlebar or do something silly, and the next thing you know, the bike's laying over. But one of the things we showed you in the movie is if it's on the kickstand and it's hard for you to get it off the kickstand, maybe you got a rider on the back or whatever, start the bike, turn the system on, press the button to bring the legs down, count to about 3, and between the leg up and you'll get it off the kickstand way easier than you did before. There's one more thing I forgot to mention in this video. Understand, we've added these wheels below your floorboards typically, and as wide as we possibly can. With that in mind, when you lean your bike over, if you used to hit your floorboards first, you're going to hit our wheel first. Now, typically, our clients are not knee draggers anymore. We're not as young as we used to be. We're not as aggressive as we used to be. I get it. But soon after you get used to your new LegUp system, when you get to riding with it, you'll need to get a handle on where the edge is. How far can you lean before you touch the wheel? Typically, it's not a problem for most people, but you have to be aware of it, okay? So find that edge, or just ride a little more conservatively. It's not debilitating. It doesn't take away your leaning. I ride my bike all the time. My bike is lower than most. The first time I touched the wheel, I said, okay, that's where it is. Now I can ride perfectly. You could do it too. Remember, this is a tool. It will help you. It'll help you a lot. Treat it nice. There's no real maintenance to worry about. Use it as a tool to help you stay up. Will it be awkward sometimes? Absolutely. Parking lot turns, going around gas pumps, great, easy. Backing up, superb. You can press, you don't have to balance a bike anymore, so all you got to do is push backwards. It's a lot easier than it was before. We wish you the best of luck with your LegUp. Thanks for buying the system. If you have any questions, feel free to call us. Email pete@landingear.com. Call us at 407-834-5007. We're here to help. Enjoy your LegUp. Happy riding.